This is Interview, a KNUT news program with hard-hitting reporter Tom Harbuckle. He asks the tough questions, you get the answers. And now our host, Tom Harbuckle. Thank you and welcome to Interview. My guest today is a man who calls himself Neil Armstrong, who allegedly claims to have been the first man to walk on the moon. But following that supposed historic event, he went into seclusion, becoming a veritable recluse, avoiding the public eye. This hard-hitting reporter wants to know why. What is he hiding? Was it all just an elaborate hoax staged at a TV studio? Did the government pay him large sums of money to keep his mouth shut? We'll learn the answers to these and many more questions tonight on Interview. So, Neil, what's going on here? No interviews? No book? No movie? Why all the secrecy? This program is a prime example of why I haven't and never will again grant an interview. The only hoax is you, an alleged pompous, egotistical jerk asking stupid, moronic questions. The other reason I don't talk about my trip to the moon is, quite frankly, it was boring. Now, Neil, I've done the research. How can you possibly say that going to the moon was boring? Uncle, let's get this thing over with and wrap it up quickly. I was up at 2 o'clock that morning, eating a breakfast full of garbage to keep me from pooping the rest of the day. They crammed me into a spacesuit and up an elevator. Then they crammed me into a capsule the size of a Ford Bronco with 2 other guys. We sit and wait, then finally blast off. Well, Neil, you can't tell me that wasn't exciting. Yeah, right. Hello, Harbuckle, anybody home in there? Ex-test pilot here. Straight up, straight down, inside loops, outside loops, spins, slow rolls, snap rolls. Even had to eject a few times now. That's exciting. These are just rockets, Harbuckle. They just go straight up. Besides, already done that in the Gemini program. So finally we reached Earth orbit. Then it was off to the moon. 3 days with Buzz and Mike. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yes, but Neil, that view must have been fantastic. View? Yeah, right. You look through the small porthole. You see stars. Hello, Harbuckle. Go on out on a clear night. You got a better view of the stars than we had. So, anyway, we finally get to the moon. Buzz and I cram ourselves into this real small little capsule and descend to the moon. Then Buzz calls out, warning lights, 1201, 1202, and I say, shut up, Buzz, we're almost down. Forward 15, down 12, drifting a little to the right. Gotta get over those boulders, picking up dust, contact. Well, then we go outside, set up the flag, and talk to Tricky Dick. What's that, sir? Yeah, I know you're not a crook, sir. We have a lot to do today, so can we get back to you later? We pull out the trash bags and pick up debris around the area, throw it in the capsule, and head back to Earth. 3 more days. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then we land in the ocean. We're picked up by an aircraft carrier. Well, that must have made you feel really good to get back safely to Earth. Yeah, well, now they cram us into this isolation chamber for a week in case we brought back moon germs. So there you have it. Neil Armstrong admitting the whole thing was just a hoax, and the moon germs are now running free on Earth. We thank Neil for being with us today and hope you will join us next week when our special guest will be the Governator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Born in Austria, and yet why does he speak German instead of Austrian? Why does he hide his family from the paparazzi? Is he really only an immigrant from Austria trying to give something back? Or has he been abducted by space aliens who gave him experimental drug? Tune in next week for the answers to these and many more questions. Until then, this is Tom Harbuckle, and that's the way it is.